What if I told you the movie you're about to watch is lying to you? Not the characters, not the plot. The film itself is manipulating your brain right now, and by the time you realize it, it's already too late. These aren't just movies, they're psychological experiments disguised as entertainment. And today, we're counting down the 10 films that got inside your head and never left. If you've ever finished a movie and just sat there in silence, replaying every scene because you had to figure out what was real, this explainer is for you. These are the films critics call the smartest, most disturbing, and most unforgettable psychological thrillers ever made. Stick around till the end, because number 1 will genuinely make you question your own memory. Some of these stories start quiet, then hit you like a shockwave. Others tighten the tension frame by frame until you feel it in your chest. And the higher we climb, the darker it gets, so don't skip ahead.
Hit me in the ear!
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Fight Club, 1999. A nameless insomniac starts an underground fight club. With a soap salesman who doesn't officially exist, what begins as an outlet for rage against a soulless consumer world spirals into anarchy, chaos, and a twist that recontextualizes every single scene you just watched. By the end, you'll realize the movie was never about fighting at all. It's about the war happening inside one man's fractured mind. And once you see it, you can never watch the first half the same way again.
The only person standing in your way is you.
Black Swan, 2010. A ballerina chasing the lead role of a lifetime slowly loses the ability to tell her reflection from reality.
Every rehearsal becomes a hallucination. Every mirror becomes a threat. And her body starts betraying her in ways that blur beauty and body horror. Natalie Portman's descent into madness is so committed, so physical. You'll forget you're watching a performance at all. You'll feel like you're trapped inside her collapsing mind.
Parasite, 2019. A struggling family finds a clever way into the lives of the wealthy, posing as tutors, drivers, and housekeepers, to slowly infiltrate a mansion that isn't nearly as empty as it seems. What starts playful, almost like a heist comedy, turns razor-sharp the moment a hidden secret beneath the house surfaces. It's the only psychological thriller to ever win Best Picture, and it earns every single frame of that award.
The girl is still missing.
Mulholland Drive, 2001. An amnesiac actress and a Hollywood hopeful chase clues through Los Angeles in a story that bends dream and reality, until you can't tell which one you're in anymore. David Lynch structures the film like a puzzle box with missing pieces, deliberately, so that every rewatch reveals a new layer of dread hiding underneath the glamour. It's less a mystery to solve than a nightmare to survive.
Mulholland Drive. Believe me, you don't want Hannibal Lecter inside your head.
The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. A rookie FBI agent trades secrets with an imprisoned cannibal to catch a serial killer terrorizing young women across the country. Hannibal Lecter barely leaves his cell for the entire film, and still becomes the most terrifying character in film history. Because the horror isn't in what he does, it's in how effortlessly he gets inside your head. This is a masterclass in tension built entirely through conversation.
Thank you, Clary.
7, 1995. Two detectives hunt a killer who uses the 7 deadly sins as his motive, staging each murder as an elaborate, horrifying moral lesson. The investigation feels like walking down a hallway where the lights keep going out behind you, and the deeper the detectives dig, the more the killer seems to be one step ahead, orchestrating their every move. Its final scene remains one of the most gut-punching endings ever put on film.
You know, this isn't gonna have a happy end.
Gentlemen, welcome to Shutter Island.
Shutter Island, 2010. A U.S. Marshal searches a 1950s insane asylum for a missing patient. But the deeper he digs, the more the island seems to be digging into him, unraveling his own sense of identity in the process. Every hallway, every doctor, every patient feels like it's hiding something, and the storm closing in around the island mirrors the storm closing in around his mind. This is one of the most rewatched thrillers ever made, because the clues only make sense the second time. Once you know the truth, every scene plays completely differently.
I guess I've already told you about my condition.
I can't make new memories.
Memento, 2000.
A man with no short-term memory hunts his wife's killer, tattooing clues onto his own body because he can't trust himself to remember anything longer than a few minutes.
The film is told backwards, scene by scene, so you experience his confusion and disorientation in real time, piecing together a mystery the exact same way he does. No thriller has ever trusted its audience this much, and few have ever rewarded that trust so brilliantly.
Know who you are.
I want you to follow my wife.
Vertigo, 1958. A detective becomes dangerously obsessed with a woman who may not be who she claims, spiraling into a fixation that cost him his career, his sanity, and nearly his life.
Hitchcock built the blueprint for psychological obsession on screen, right here, using dizzying camera work to make the audience physically feel the character's unraveling perception of reality. Every film on this list, every twist, every unreliable narrator, owes something to what Hitchcock pioneered here. Psycho, 1960. A woman on the run stops at a lonely roadside motel, and a simple night of rest turns into the start of something deeply wrong, something the marketing at the time refused to even hint at. This film plays with your expectations about who the protagonist even is, then flips them completely halfway through, a structural trick that shocked 1960s audiences and still catches first-time viewers off guard today. Even 6 decades later, the shower scene, the score, and that final reveal feel unsettlingly fresh, making you question every quiet motel and every friendly smile for the rest of your life. That's our top 10 psychological thrillers of all time. If your favorite mindbender didn't make the cut, drop it in the comments. And more importantly, after watching how effortlessly these directors can manipulate your reality, how sure are you that your memory of the film is actually what happened?